Good evening. I'm Jim Netherworld. I'm here with your I'm here with your daily tarot card reading for Sunday, April 13th. And you know, we're getting towards the halfway mark in April. Weather's not been it's been beautiful somewhat, but the nights are still cold. So we're in stasis mode. You know, it's sort of like the longest yard, you know, before, you know, darkest before dawn, all that kind of cliche. What it means is we're dying for change. We so want to be into the next season, but it's taking its time because we're going to be in a very rushed, very crazy summer. I've been referring to this upcoming summer as the Summer of Sam. You know, a lovely movie by Spike Lee that talked about the Son of Sam. Not so much him, but like the weird where the world was in 1977. I just messed this whole shuffle up, so I'm going to just do this by hand. And what it was a lot of tension. It was hot. There was blackouts and craziness. And in upstate New York, for some reason, this town is like, you know, Poughkeepsie's a little bit of a mashup between John Waters' Mortville, Interzone from William Burroughs. You know, it's crazy. It's transitioning. It's shifting. Becoming a different kind of place. It's full of witches. I recommend if you're looking for a place to buy a house or to you know, rent an apartment or something. We have a witchcraft district, and beyond that, we're full of witches, Satanists, and all kinds of interesting people, light workers, dark workers, everybody. It's the town. If you can go to my website, Weird Poughkeepsie, read more about it. Very strange town with a very strange history. In the beautiful Hudson Valley, very inexpensive, giant Victorian homes, great place to be. Anyway, but not this summer, maybe, because well, I mean, you can be here anytime. But what I'm getting to about the Summer of Sam is the energy after this April is going to be fast, furious, and people are going to have a lot of issues. I'm saying that, of course, as they call it the Summer of Sam, there's some kid, some drunk wandering the street making a lot of noise. I probably see my lights on in the window here. My reading table's by the front window. Anyway, so with that in mind, and this kind of slow-moving April, it's bought us some time. So take some of that time. Use that time for ourselves and to really analyze what we're doing for the next 3 or 4 months. May, June, July are coming, and they're coming with not with a price, but we're going to need a lot of our energy. So I'm going to maybe if you listen quietly, you can hear the yelling and screaming in the street. But no. Anyway, here we go. Our main card for the day is well, Judgment. Now, judgment means just that. Judgment means using your judgment. Judgment means being in judgment, like watching and judging people, making hard decisions. And there's been a lot of this last couple weeks about sharpening your skills in decision making, cutting things out that are not good and not, you know, productive. So, and also, if you've been taking this time to be untrue to people or unjust or lying, you're going to be judged too. So judgment, today's the day of the reckoning, things being uncovered and seen. So that's something to be considered. Don't mind me, I get slightly distracted. It seems like I have my reading tables right at the front of my house here, and I like to watch, and every now and then there's like a free show. Come to Poughkeepsie, see the free show, see the freak show. Anyway, so let's see this card. Yes, Four of Pentacles, right? Yes. Oh, let's look at there. Yes, Four of Pentacles. You forgive me too. I have to work something out. This spotlight on this camera is like blinds me for some of my reading, and I know the card immediately from the image. Sometimes I forget the numbers, but that's the Four of Pentacles, and our other card is Eight of Cups. So interesting. When judgment's at hand, and these cards come around it, and I'll explain it thoroughly right now. Completely, is that our Four of Pentacles. It's about balancing, having complete control of your finances, your money, all the incoming things that matter to you, but only having one on your mind at a time. It's almost like the Zen philosophy where, yeah, you have lots of things coming in. This is the triangular cycle moving in front of you of all the things, but one rises to the top. One becomes the prime focus, the singular goal that has to be dealt with. All the angles and details have to be fixed, and then you move on to the next. Do not try and juggle all 4 things at once. They will not get the proper time and nourishment from your mind. Now the other side the Eight of Cups is about things leaving. Something, some good, some bad. It's about, there's mystery, there's lying. The moon representing, and it's the this here would be the waxing moon, the beginning, heading towards the full moon, heading towards mystery. That you're letting some things go, and you have things not really completely evenly stacked behind you, and you're taking away from your experiences what you weird energy is going to come into the situation. It's about, if it's in judgment right now, you're going to be prepared to have to make some balances about letting things go and to decide what's important. The Four of Pentacles really has put that into perspective right now, in that I think tomorrow is a day where you're going to have to decide how you're moving forward and how you're going to judge things, and how things are going to be imbalanced and out of balance, and that there are some more mysteries ahead. So you have to be preemptive. I think tomorrow is going to be a day about really thinking about where things are going. Be preemptive about where they're going. But beyond even that, in this preemptive mode, it's about willing to let some things go, making some sacrifices, seeing what's important. So tomorrow, I'd say your judgment, would fall very much about finding out what's really important. And there's no more than 4 corners of the world you can have here. So I think you're going to have to really break this down into 4 groups or categories or individual items and decide whether or not, what you only have the 4. You can't have all the, it's time to start closing ranks, closing doors, and letting some things go. And that, you're going to have to very specifically pick what's the major one you're keeping. That's on your mind, your prime objective. But there's only room for about 4. So the Eight of Cups is calling here, and I see that, the difference is you have to let half of these things go. So I feel a lot of the energy around here that I feel, well, a lot of people are reading for, and just in general, is that people have almost 2 lives. Each one with 4 corners, 4 cardinal points of the compass, but you have to let one of them go. I think this is a time, maybe you've kept things alive after winter into spring, that should have been let go. This is also about keeping 2 relationships going, or 2 lives going at the same time, and it's too much. And it's coming down to the pipeline of it's going to be judged for you. So instead of losing everything, make the succinct and clear thought to break it down. That also came from yesterday's read with the King of Swords, about cutting and decision making. So really, and I'm not even going to get to tax season. That's a trivial, reality we all have to deal with. That's not what this is about. It's not these kind of social media guided ideas. It's it's tax season, worry about things. It's not that. It's about that you've had maybe a past life, trying to keep that alive, while you can't. It's keeping you from having your future. So one of them has to go. You can return to your past life, or you can move to your future life. And that's really what this is. This is the energy just kind of came over me in a very kind of weird way. Like, oh, okay. Usually when I get a reading, I'm very succinct and get it right on. But this guy should say stop and let's redo this for a moment. So make these decisions tomorrow. Wake up, see what's going on, decide. Okay, here we are. It's a 13. It's a Sunday. It's quiet. It's time to decide whether you're moving forward or staying behind. You can't do both. They're in direct opposition to each other and keeping you stuck. So with all that said, it's a little bit somber, and there's definitely a need to correct some things before we can move forward. And I think, this is going to be a tough summer. And I think we need all our wits about us, and we need to make decisions now that will free us and empower us for the rest of the season. It's going to be a very tough summer all around the world, and for our individuals and for countries and for ideas. So get personal, get your problem solved, and open your mind a little bit. Don't be so quick to judge everything and everyone. Half of it doesn't matter. If your opinions don't matter for a lot of the world. Your opinions matter to you in your world. Fix your world tomorrow. Make those decisions. Balance your cups. Keep your pentacles in motion, and keep one idea prime. And judgment should fall in your favor. If not, you've been warned. Okay? And I'll be here again sometime after midnight as always. But until then, you have a very magical day. I'm Joe Netherworld.